Have you ever just sat on the edge of your bed in the morning, trying to summon the strength to stand up? Your legs feel a little shaky. Your arms feel heavier than usual. You move slower, not because you're in pain, but because your body doesn't feel as steady, as strong, as it used to. If that feels familiar, you're not alone. And more importantly, it's not your fault. You see, after the age of 60, our muscles naturally begin to shrink and weaken. It's called sarcopenia, age-related muscle loss. It doesn't happen overnight, but over time, it quietly takes away the strength, balance, and confidence we once took for granted. But here's the truth, age alone isn't the only reason. A big part of the problem is that our bodies are no longer getting the nutrients they need to stay strong and rebuild what time tries to take away. And here's what most people miss. We focus so much on what we eat or do during the day, but we forget about what happens before bed. Because while your mind is resting at night, your body is working overtime. That's when it goes into repair mode, healing worn tissues, rebuilding muscle, balancing hormones. But it can only do that if it has the right building blocks. Imagine trying to fix a house overnight, but you've got no bricks, no nails, no tools. That's what your body is up against when you go to sleep without giving it the fuel it needs. And that fuel? It's food, but not just any food, the right kind of food, at the right time, and the best time is right before bed. Let me ask you this, have you ever eaten a light snack at night, and then woke up feeling stronger? More refreshed, more grounded in your own body? Not bloated, not groggy, but actually better? In today's video, I'm going to walk you through 6 simple, natural bedtime foods that can help your body do what it was built to do, restore your strength while you sleep. These aren't gimmicks. They're not part of some trendy diet plan. They're small, thoughtful changes that can make a real difference, starting tonight. So if you've been waking up feeling a little slower, a little weaker, or just not like your old self, stay with me. Because sometimes, the answer is as simple as what's on your plate, right before you go to bed. Let's start with something small, soft on the outside, bright and tangy on the inside. A fruit you've probably walked past in the grocery store a dozen times without giving it much thought. I'm talking about kiwi. Now, I know, kiwi doesn't seem like a muscle food, right? It's more like something you'd toss into a fruit salad or slice over yogurt. But don't let its size fool you. This little green gem might just become your new best friend, especially before bed. Let me tell you a quick story. A gentleman named George, 74 years old, retired teacher, widowed, kind-hearted and always quick with a joke. But one afternoon, over a cup of tea, he told me something that stuck with me. You know, he said, I don't really sleep through the night anymore. And when I wake up, my body feels like it's been holding tension. My legs just don't feel like mine. He wasn't in pain, just tired, slower, not himself. So I suggested a simple experiment. Nothing complicated, just this. Eat 2 ripe kiwis, about an hour before bedtime, every night for 2 weeks. And that's all we changed. When we talked again, he couldn't stop smiling. I don't creak like an old chair anymore. He laughed. I fall asleep easier, and I wake up feeling like my body belongs to me again. So, what makes kiwi so special? First, kiwi is one of the few natural sources of melatonin, the hormone your brain uses to signal it's time to sleep. While many people take melatonin supplements, kiwi delivers it in a natural, food-based form your body can recognize and absorb gently. And better sleep isn't just good for your mood. It's essential for muscle repair. You see, your muscles rebuild themselves at night. During deep sleep, that's when the magic happens. And kiwi helps you get there. But it doesn't stop at melatonin. Kiwis are rich in vitamin C and vitamin E, powerful antioxidants that help reduce inflammation and oxidative stress in your muscles. If you've been waking up stiff, or with soreness that lingers, it could be that your muscles are busy fighting damage instead of healing. Kiwi helps clear that path. And here's another bonus, potassium. You might have heard bananas are great for cramps, and they are, but kiwi? It packs an impressive potassium punch too. This helps your muscles contract properly while you rest, reducing the chances of those dreaded 3 a.m. leg cramps. Now you might be wondering, but what about sugar? And that's the best part. Even though kiwi is sweet, It has a low glycemic index. That means it won't spike your blood sugar, making it a safe choice for people managing diabetes or watching their insulin. It's also naturally low in sodium, which supports healthy blood pressure. So how do you add this into your routine? Simple. Peel 2 ripe kiwis. Eat them slowly, maybe while reading a chapter from your favorite book or listening to calming music. Let it be a little ritual, your signal to the body that rest is coming. It's gentle, it's easy, it's real food, and it's powerful. We often think strength comes from effort, but sometimes it comes from rest, the right kind of rest, supported by the right kind of food. And kiwi is a beautiful place to start. Let's talk about a food we've all cracked open at some point, maybe with toast in the morning, or whisked into a family recipe passed down for generations. I'm talking about eggs. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Eggs? Before bed? It might sound unusual. We're so used to thinking of eggs as a breakfast staple that we forget what they really are, a complete protein powerhouse. And when it comes to keeping your muscles strong, especially as we get older, eggs are one of the simplest, most effective tools you can give your body. Let me share a story with you. Lean, 68 years old, always full of laughter. She came to one of my wellness workshops and said something I'll never forget. I get out of bed in the morning and my legs feel like cooked noodles. She chuckled. I wobble down the hallway like I'm learning to walk again. She wasn't eating much at night. She thought skipping evening snacks would help her sleep better. But her mornings told a different story. So we tried something gentle. Nothing fancy. Just one soft-boiled egg before bed. That's it. 2 weeks later, she came back glowing. I didn't think it would matter, she told me, but now I actually feel stable. I get out of bed and I don't wobble. I stand. You see, eggs contain all 9 essential amino acids, making them a complete protein. Something our bodies need to rebuild muscle tissue effectively. But what really makes them special is their high leucine content. Leucine is like the spark plug for muscle growth. It tells your body, hey, time to rebuild. And as we age, our bodies become a little more stubborn. They need that extra nudge. Younger folks can eat a small piece of chicken and build muscle. But over 60? We need more of that high-quality protein, especially in the evening. One large egg gives you about 6 grams of protein, including roughly 500 to 600 milligrams of leucine, more than enough to kickstart overnight repair. And it doesn't stop there. Eggs also contain vitamin D, something many of us lack, especially if we spend most of our time indoors or live in colder climates. Vitamin D helps regulate muscle function and plays a huge role in balance and coordination. Then there's choline, a nutrient that supports brain and nerve function, helping you move more confidently and react more quickly. Now, I know some of you may be thinking, but what about cholesterol? That's a fair question, and here's what we know now. Eating 1 egg per day is safe for most people, and may even improve your heart health by raising your good HDL cholesterol. Unless your doctor has given you specific advice to avoid eggs, they can absolutely be part of a heart-healthy diet. So, what's the best way to enjoy them? Soft-boiled, poached, lightly scrambled in olive oil. Keep it simple, easy on digestion, and kind to your stomach. And if chewing is a challenge, eggs are one of the most gentle proteins out there. No jaw strain required. Think of it this way, you don't need a full meal before bed. You just need a little something that tells your body, here's what you need. Go ahead, repair while I sleep. Eggs do that. They're quiet, nourishing, uncomplicated, and powerful. So tonight, as you wind down, maybe it's time to give your muscles a tiny boost of support, from something as humble and healing as a single egg. Sometimes, the biggest changes come from the tiniest things. And when it comes to supporting your muscles at night and getting truly restful sleep, few foods are as underrated, or as powerful, as pumpkin seeds. Yes, those little green seeds you've seen sprinkled over salads or tossed in granola? They're so much more than a crunchy topping. Let me introduce you to someone, Harold. He's 72, a retired gardener, the kind of guy whose hands tell stories of working the earth. But over tea one afternoon, he told me something that made me pause. I sleep for 8 hours, he said, but I still wake up feeling like I never rested. My legs feel tight, like they've been clenched all night. We took a look at his evening routine, and one thing stood out. He was low on magnesium, the relaxation mineral. So we tried something small. Just a tablespoon or two of pumpkin seeds before bed. Within days, Harold said the difference was noticeable. He felt more rested. His legs didn't ache. He even said, "I actually feel like I slept in my body, instead of just lying still all night." So what makes pumpkin seeds so special? Let's start with the magnesium. Just 1 ounce, about a small handful, gives you 37% of your daily magnesium needs. And that matters. Magnesium is crucial for helping your muscles relax. Without enough of it, your body can stay partially tense, even in sleep. That's why some people wake up sore even after a full night's rest. But there's more. Pumpkin seeds are also rich in tryptophan, an amino acid your body uses to make serotonin, which then becomes melatonin, the hormone that helps you fall and stay asleep. Think of magnesium and tryptophan as a 1-2 punch. One relaxes your body, the other tells your brain, let go, drift off. Together, they help unlock the deep sleep cycle your body needs for true recovery and muscle repair. And here's a bonus. Pumpkin seeds are packed with plant-based protein, about 7 grams per ounce, and healthy fats that digest slowly. That means your body gets a steady stream of amino acids throughout the night, instead of a quick spike and crash. It's a gentle, nourishing way to give your muscles the building blocks they need, without overloading your digestion. So how do you enjoy them? Keep it simple, just 1 to 2 tablespoons. Unsalted. You can eat them plain, or mix them into a spoonful of plain, unsweetened Greek yogurt if you want an extra boost of protein. Some people like to lightly toast them in a pan to bring out that nutty flavor, but it's not necessary. One small caution, like most seeds, they're calorie-dense, so treat them more like a tonic than a snack. A focused moment of nourishment, not a handful in front of the TV. And one last thing, pumpkin seeds are high in zinc, too, which supports hormone balance and immune strength, especially for men over 60. Zinc plays a key role in maintaining healthy testosterone levels, which are directly tied to muscle mass and energy. All of that, from a tiny seed. Nature doesn't waste space, and neither should we. If you're someone who struggles with tightness, restless sleep, or those annoying leg cramps that strike at 3 a.m., try adding pumpkin seeds to your nighttime routine. Because sometimes, the smallest things make the biggest difference. Now this one might surprise you. It's not flashy. It's not sweet or colorful. In fact, it might remind you of something your grandmother used to eat. But if you're looking for a food that quietly works while you sleep, helping your muscles rebuild, your body stay strong, and your mornings feel just a little more grounded, this is it. I'm talking about cottage cheese. Yes, that humble, lumpy little food has something powerful hiding inside it, slow digesting protein. Exactly what your muscles need while you rest. Let me introduce you to someone who gave it a try. Martha, 76, sharp as ever, full of warmth. But recently she'd noticed a shift. Climbing stairs feels harder, she told me. Getting out of the car takes effort. I'm not in pain, I just feel like my legs aren't working with me the way they used to. We made one small change to her nighttime routine, a few spoonfuls of low-fat cottage cheese. About 30 minutes before bed. 3 weeks later, her words were simple, it's like my body finally got the memo. I feel stable again. So what's going on here? It all comes down to a special kind of protein in cottage cheese called casein. Unlike whey protein or the kind found in eggs or chicken, which your body digests quickly, casein digests slowly, releasing a steady stream of amino acids over several hours. That means your muscles get gentle, sustained nourishment all through the night. Why is that so important? Because while you're sleeping, your body switches into repair mode. It starts rebuilding tissue, balancing hormones, and restoring strength. But if your bloodstream runs out of amino acids, your body can actually start breaking down muscle to fuel those processes. That's the opposite of what we want. Cottage cheese prevents that. It gives your body the tools it needs to stay in healing mode, not damage control mode, until morning. And just like eggs, cottage cheese is also rich in leucine, the key amino acid that triggers muscle protein synthesis. Think of leucine as the on switch for muscle repair. But here's the beauty. Cottage cheese keeps that switch on longer. Feeding your body gradually, not all at once. And if you're watching your blood sugar? Good news. Cottage cheese is low in carbohydrates. Especially the plain, low-fat kind. It won't spike your insulin. Won't mess with your overnight blood sugar levels. In fact, the protein might even help stabilize them. Just make sure to choose versions that are low in sodium and low in fat. Especially if you're managing blood pressure or cholesterol. So how can you enjoy it? Start with 2 to 4 tablespoons of plain cottage cheese. You can eat it as is, or, for a little flavor, try topping it with a few slices of banana, a sprinkle of cinnamon, or even leftover kiwi if you've got some from earlier. It's not a meal. It's a message to your body. Here's what you need. I'm giving you what you've been asking for. No stove, no prep, no fuss. Just a quiet act of nourishment. One that supports strength, healing, and a more confident step in the morning. Because sometimes, the best thing you can do for your body is so simple. So gentle, it fits on a spoon. We've already explored 4 powerful bedtime foods that help nourish your muscles and support deeper sleep. Now, let's continue with number 5 and number 6, 2 gentle yet deeply nourishing options that quietly support your body's overnight recovery. Food 5. Warm milk, a simple tradition that helps your body relax and rebuild. Warm milk. It might sound familiar or even a little old-fashioned, but behind that simplicity lies a source of powerful nighttime support, especially when enjoyed at the right time. Milk contains casein protein, a slow-digesting protein that releases a steady stream of amino acids throughout the night. This helps your muscles continue the process of repair and rebuilding while you rest. Even more, milk is naturally rich in tryptophan, an amino acid your body uses to create serotonin and melatonin, which help you relax and fall into deep, quality sleep. It's also a great source of calcium and vitamin D, both of which support healthy muscle function, strong bones, and a balanced nervous system. If you're lactose intolerant, that's not a problem. You can easily substitute with lactose-free milk or fortified almond milk that contains added calcium and protein. Both are excellent alternatives. A warm cup of milk before bed isn't just comforting, it's a small, thoughtful signal to your body. I've taken care of you. Now you can rest and repair. Food 6. Chia pudding, a tiny superfood that fuels muscle recovery all night. Last but certainly not least, chia pudding. When soaked in liquid like milk or almond milk, chia seeds form a smooth, pudding-like texture that's easy on your stomach and packed with nutrition your body can absorb gradually through the night. Just a small portion gives you plant-based protein, omega-3 fatty acids, soluble fiber, magnesium, and tryptophan, all working together to calm your nervous system, reduce muscle tension, and support deeper, more restorative sleep. Thanks to the combination of fiber and healthy fats, chia pudding offers a slow and steady release of energy and nutrients, exactly what your body needs to repair and recharge while you sleep. It's easy to make. Just soak 1 to 2 tablespoons of chia seeds in your milk of choice for a few hours, or overnight in the fridge. Add a pinch of cinnamon, a splash of vanilla, or a few slices of banana if you like a little flavor. Think of it as a quiet gift to your body at the end of the day, nourishing, grounding, and full of intention. With these 6 foods, you don't need drastic changes or complicated diets. Just a few mindful choices, consistently made at the right time, can give your body the tools it needs to rebuild, strengthen, and wake up feeling renewed. Let me know if you'd like a full video script for either warm milk or chia pudding. I'd be happy to write those next in the same personal, inspiring tone. So let's take a breath and reflect on what we've just walked through together. 6 simple foods, nothing exotic, nothing expensive, but each one has the power to support your body while you sleep, rebuild your strength, and help you wake up feeling a little more like you again. The truth is, you don't need to flip your life upside down to feel better. You don't need a complicated diet, a new supplement stack, or hours in the gym. What your body really needs is consistency. Small choices made with care, repeated, night after night. And those choices, like a spoonful of cottage cheese, a sliced kiwi, a handful of pumpkin seeds, or a cup of warm milk, might seem small on the surface. But they're powerful. Because while you sleep, your body is not resting. It's rebuilding. And when you give it the right support, even in tiny ways, it shows up for you the next day in your energy, your balance, your confidence. Maybe you'll find that your legs feel steadier when you stand, that your arms feel stronger when you reach, that your mornings come with a little more ease and a little less effort. And the best part? You're not forcing your body to change. You're supporting it, gently, in the way it's meant to be supported. This isn't about chasing youth. It's about honoring where you are and giving your body a chance to thrive at any age. So I'll ask you, what's one small thing you can do tonight? One gentle signal to your body that says, I care about you, I'm giving you what you need. Maybe it's trying one of the 6 foods we explored. Or maybe it's simply creating a ritual, a quiet moment before bed where you pause, breathe, and choose nourishment over neglect. Because here's the truth, muscle loss is not inevitable. It's not just part of getting older. It's something you can slow, prevent, and in many cases, even reverse. And it doesn't start with a dramatic change. It starts with something as small as what you eat before you sleep. So tonight, instead of falling into bed feeling like your strength is slipping away, what if you rested knowing your body is gently rebuilding itself, because you gave it the chance? That's not wishful thinking. That's science. That's self-respect. That's what happens when you care enough to make one small choice, again and again. Your body's listening. It always has been. The question is, what will you say to it tonight? Before you go, I've got a special health gift I'd love to share with you. On this channel, I share simple, effective health tips, all based on real scientific research and practical, everyday experience. And if you'd like to receive a free gift, it's super easy. Hit the subscribe button. Comment below. Claim my gift. I'll send it straight to you. Don't miss out, because your journey to better health starts with small choices just like this one.